15-minute core workout with me, Coach Becca Kawaoka. Hey guys, welcome to this workout. Let's go over what we'll need for today. I'll be using a stability ball or physio ball and a medicine ball. This one is 10 pounds. However, if you don't have either one of those, I'll show alternative options without any equipment and easier options as well. So coming down to the floor onto all fours, let's start with a warm up. We're going to do some cat and cow to mobilize the spine. So let's get the breathing down under control. These are my furry friends. Don't worry, they'll pop in and out a little bit today. So hopefully you can see all right. Let's just do 5 deep inhales and exhales with our cat and cow. So as you head into cat, tuck the tailbone, lift through the spine, tuck the chin down, and then on your cows, lift the pelvis, scoop out the lower back, open the chest, look up. So a few more of these. Again, just really focus on a big exhale and conversely a big exhale, letting go of any stress and identifying an intention for your workout today. Awesome job. Go ahead and just drive the heels back. Let's head into downward facing dog, hips up nice and high. Pedal those feet out, stretching out the calves, stretching out the shoulders. Just finding any stiff or sticky spots and working through them. And then come on down into an upward facing dog with the arms straight, or if that's a little too much for you today, Sphinx with the elbows on the ground. Stretch out the neck. Just check in with your body in the warm-up. Always make time for a couple of check-ins before we get started on any session, no matter how long or short. And we're going to get going here now. So go ahead and flip over onto your back. We're going to do our first set of dead bugs. We're going to do 20 total. This is without any equipment. Arms over the shoulders, knees 90 degrees over the hips. Extend the right arm. Make sure you've got plenty of space. I'm working in a small space. Right arm, right leg extend. And then left arm, left leg extend. So you always come back to that kind of dead bug position where the arms are over the shoulders and the knees are over the hips. So if you've never done dead bugs before, they do require a lot of core coordination. They kind of exercise your brain a little bit. So don't be afraid to hit pause and rewind and go nice and slow if you need to. We're doing 20 total here, 10 per side. Okay, now for our second set, I'm going to show you how to use the stability ball. I'm going to place the ball between my knee and my elbow on the right side, and then I'm going to do the dead bug on the left side. So I'm just reaching overhead. It's the same movement, but by squeezing the ball between the opposite knee and elbow, we have to, work core stability even harder. So dead bugs work core stability and coordination, but when we add the ball in, it brings the level up even more. So you can do them with the leg bent or straight. Here's kind of the advancement. It's a little harder. But again, we're doing 10 per side. So that's how you incorporate the physio ball. Let's work it in on the other side. Again, ball between the knee and the elbow. And you want to apply constant pressure so that ball doesn't move around. You might have noticed me moving that ball around a little. It's a tough movement. It's hard with the ball. It's hard without the ball. So again, 2 sets of 20 dead bugs is what we're starting with. If you want to work in the addition, if you want to go knee bent or leg straight, I just wanted to show you a lot of options on our first move, the dead bug. Okay, so next we're just going to do 1 set of a ball bridge. So your heels go up on the ball. You could also do this on the floor with your feet down or up on a chair. I'm just going to do 1 set of 20. Try to keep your knees at 90 degrees. So sometimes people, when they lift their hips up, they straighten their legs out and push the ball away from them. That's kind of a different exercise. We're just working on the bridge up or the hip extension piece today. So this works your butt and your core. Just a nice variation from the regular floor bridge. So try to breathe out as you lift your hips up. And obviously we're targeting your butt and your core on these. So we're doing 20. The physio ball does make it a little harder because it's a little less stable. That's why they're called stability balls also. So anytime you take an exercise and put it on the ball or incorporate the ball, you get that bonus of a little extra core stability. Awesome work. Next up, we're going to do 2 sets of plank rollouts, 2 sets of 12. So I'll show you how to use the ball, and if you don't have a ball, I'll show you what to do. Okay, so we're starting in a kneeling plank. These are demonstrations with the elbows under the shoulders. We don't want to start the elbows way back here. So your elbows start on the bottom third of the ball. You can do it full or kneeling, and you're pushing the ball away from you. Everything happens at the elbows and shoulders. If you don't have a ball, here's how you do it on the ground. You're just kind of pulling your shoulders past your elbows and then back. So extended the ankles, pull yourself forward, backwards. Okay, those are your options, kneeling or full. Just make sure that you've got a nice straight line from your shoulders to your hips. Okay, and we're doing 2 sets of 12. So pick your poison, 12 total. We're working our core. We're having fun. These always make my core really sore, and this is like one of my go-to core movements. I do this throughout my triathlon and running season. We'll take a quick break here. So again, if you want to try an advanced version or stick with one you're on, we're just going to take a quick break, rest the core, and then do it again. So here we do a set of 12, 11, 10. And remember, it's happening, the movement is happening at the elbows and the shoulders on this version. So if you feel weird, it could be that you're trying to push from your legs or your hips. So just watch yourself in a mirror if that's helpful on this one. Great job. We are going to do a body weight or ball V-up. So I'll show you how to do this one. You're going to lay flat on your back. If you don't have a ball, you're just going to do this same movement, but without the ball. So you do need quite a bit of space for this one. What you're going to do is do a V-up where you lift the ball up towards your feet and pass it to your feet. Grab the ball with your feet and lower down, and then grab the ball back. So that counts as 2. So here's 1, 2, if that makes sense. So it's almost like you're doing 5 of the pass-through V-ups, but if you're not using a ball, you're doing 10 reps total. Very good. And rest. So you pass the ball back and forth 10 times. So we'll count it out again. Take a deep breath. Give that core a little reset. Same thing with or without the ball. 10. So there's 1. Pass it back for 2. Here's 3. And 4. If that makes sense. I know everyone counts these a little different, but every time we go back and forth, it's essentially doing 10 V-ups or 5 passes back and forth with the ball, depending on if you're using one or not. Great job. Those are tough. And if you're using the ball, it works your leg adductors as well as your core. Okay, so seated twist, grab your ball. If you don't have a ball, you can just do body weight touches, or you could use a dumbbell if you have that handy. You're going to lean back. I'll show you from the front and the side. And we're going to touch the ball to the floor 20 times. There's what it looks like without a ball. I leave my feet on the ground on this one. I'm just focusing on core rotation. So you're going to touch 20 times total. Think about maximizing your rotation as much as you can, because that's what we're working, core rotation. We're working our obliques. Just make sure you're leaning back to a point where you can really feel your core without maybe recruiting from your lower back. If you do feel your lower back, either your weight's too heavy or this movement is too advanced for where you're at right now. So adjust your position to make it feel better. Okay, sorry, we're right on butterfly bridges. Feet together, knees out. You're going to sit down, sit up, and press the ball overhead from your chest to overhead. So just 5 of those. You can drop the ball or just do crunches if you're not able to do a full sit-up. Okay, that was fast and furious. We're going to do one more set of each. So again, make sure you're positioning yourself where you're feeling this in your core, not your lower back, and or take the weight out if you are feeling your lower back. And then we'll go right into the butterfly sit-ups. I love butterfly sit-ups. I didn't get to say this because the transition was too quick. So here we go. Butterfly position, just 5. Start the ball at your chest, lift up and over your head for 4 more. It's a little bit easier perhaps on the hip flexors. I just like the way it feels like it's stretching out my hips and working my core. And I like the benefit of getting a little bit of upper body work in as well. So 5 quick sit-ups. Great job. Not a big sit-ups fan, but when I do sit-ups, I like to do the butterfly sit-ups. Okay, so you can do the next set with or without a ball. If you're not using a ball, just do 8 push-ups. We're doing 8 total. That's what it looks like kneeling with the ball. Here's what they look like full with the ball. And we'll start our counting here. Feet nice and wide. Core nice and strong. Adding the medicine ball in obviously is how we're working. Push-ups obviously work your core and your upper body, but by adding that ball in, we obviously have to work to stabilize the ball, especially with the weight offset on one side. Passing it back and forth is also a nice challenge. So we're doing 8 of these total, and then we're gonna head back to our physio ball, so you can set that aside. Obviously, you could have just done kneeling push-ups, or if you're not able to do push-ups, you could have held a plank, or your choice. You're gonna put your elbows up or your hands up on the physio ball, and we're gonna do mountain climbers. So if you don't have a physio ball, just put your hands up on a bench or just do them on the ground. You could do them also, this is a little harder, from the elbows on the physio ball. So we're gonna do 50 total mountain climbers. If you don't have a ball, here's how it looks on the ground, obviously. There you go. So pick your poison. We're going to do 50 total and then do another set of the push-ups. So only one set, work hard. Here we go to 50. Adding in that physio ball obviously makes it a lot harder to balance. The stability level is leveled up here. You could also be doing this on the ground as mentioned. So we're getting a good hip flexor workout. This is a good run specific movement. Obviously firing up that core a whole ton. 50 total, 25 per side. Awesome work. If it's taking a little longer to get the 50 in, just hit pause while you finish. And then we're gonna go back to our 8 push-ups. Full push-ups, 4 per side with the medicine ball. If you're not able to do push-ups, you could do chest press. You could do a different core exercise. If you don't have a medicine ball, just do a regular 8 push-ups, kneeling or full if you're able. Lots of options today. And then we just have one more exercise to go, you guys. Go ahead and move that ball to the side. You're done with that. Okay, we're going to do knees to chest. If you don't have a physio ball, you could do jumping knees in and out or walk the feet in and out like so. If you do have a physio ball, we're going to do 10 repetitions where we start with our instep right in the middle of the ball, and we're going to pull that ball in and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Great job. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Take a quick break. A few deep breaths. We're going to do one more set. You're almost done for the day. Walk it in, jump it in if you're on the ground. Otherwise, set that ball up. The hardest part is actually really getting set up and getting control of the ball. Here we go, core. Last set, 10 reps, knees to chest. Remember that intention we set in our warm-up. Have you accomplished that for today? Wonderful work. We've done a lot of core workout. We've got the legs and the arms going while we're at it. We're going to do a little warm down stretch now. So a good time to reflect on what you did well, what you'd like to do better. We worked that core from all angles today. So here we're going to do an upward dog stretch, or if that's too much, you can do Sphinx. We worked rotational core stability, core endurance, core power with the V-ups. We did a lot to hit, kind of make sure we checked all the boxes today. So just give yourself a good pat on the back as you stretch into child's pose, bringing the heart rate down, taking deep breaths, stretching out any sore or stiff spots that you feel, reflecting while you take big, deep breaths. Hopefully you're able to come back to this session and track your progress. Let's head into downward facing dog, pedal the feet. We're just going to walk into a forward bend to stretch here, finishing strong. Wonderful work today. I'm so thankful that you were able to join me. It was a pleasure to do this core workout with you, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Again, don't forget to subscribe. It's just so that you get a notification when I post a new video. Thanks so much.